Okay, so now you have your pieces ready here. I'm gonna do just a little something here. Be right back. I'm gonna go get some tape. I'm gonna show you a little trick you can do with tape. Go around like this. I'm gonna measure one. I'm gonna take this to the paper cutter. Be right back, and I'm gonna make 3 of them. And I'm going to take a wet sponge. You're going to see why in a minute that we do this. Okay, let's put away some toys here. And now we have our 3 flasks are ready for investing. Investing is the step where we encase them in plaster. This is my plaster bin. It's a 100-pound container of plaster. It's hard to buy them like this. Whenever you're working in plaster, you need adequate ventilation. If you don't have good ventilation, you're going to end up breathing plaster dust. Plaster, dental plaster, has a high amount of powdered silica in it. Powdered silica is a carcinogen. That means it gives you lung cancer. So, what I'm going to do, I've weighed my bucket. I've added the 250 grams of extra weight that I need for my plaster amount, and now I'm just going to weigh it where it's close. And I'm going to take the time to close up my plaster and turn off my air. I'm clapping my hands in front of the dust collector to get rid of the dust on my hands because you don't want to breathe that. I've just measured out 300 grams of water. In this case, I'm using a flask, but if you use a common measuring cup, most measuring cups are marked in grams. And if you could get in close to these, there are charts that will tell you how much your water powder ratio is going to be. But from experience, I know that I use 250 grams plaster and 100 grams of water to do one small flask. So I've done 750 grams of water and 750 grams of plaster and 300 grams of water. Now, next we're going to mix. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our water and we're going to mix. And what you're looking for is a slurry. I have to apologize for you. It's a little bit dark in here. It's dark because I lost the light overhead. Okay, always take the time to make sure that you get all the plaster evenly mixed. In a proper casting, I take 2 minutes for mixing 2 minutes for vacuuming, and then 2 minutes to pour and vacuum one more time. You have a total of 8 minutes before this plaster gets hard. Now, I'm going to take this over to the vacuum pump. And you vacuum it until all the bubbles break. Or 27 inches of mercury, whichever works best. The bubbles have all broken. Hi, this is a Roger with a little note on cleanup. When you're cleaning up your plaster, always pour, can you get this here? I have a special bucket that's just for putting my plaster scrap in, and then when I rinse my tools, I don't put this plaster down the sink. I wash my tools off inside a dirty scrap bucket. And last but not least is my mixer. If you don't clean these, you're gonna ruin them anyway, just through plaster accumulation. But keeping these tools cleaner makes them last longer. Okay, I've removed the sprue formers. I've removed the sprue formers from the molds, and now this is what I've got. It's my models are trapped inside the plaster, and I've labeled the number 1 just by making a straight Roman numeral 1 in the top of the flask. This one is 2, this one is 3. And what we're going to do is put them inside the oven. With the sprue hole down. This is the sprue hole here. You want that facing down. And I'm going to turn it on a low temperature, and for an hour it's going to sit at a low temperature. This particular model has a thermostat in it, but it's not a smart thermostat. It goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You just have to learn from experience where to set it. Our other ovens have pyrometers, and we can have them exactly to the temperature that we want. But this is our small dumb one. Gosh, I bought it when I was 20 back in 1979. No, 69. No, 72 I was 20. Something like that. Anyway, have a nice day. We'll see you when we're ready to turn it up.